If you're looking for things to do around the Colorado Springs area, then today you are in luck, because today we are going to talk about 5 of the best day trips, in our opinion, from the Colorado Springs area.
So you guys know that we love to travel, right? And one of the things that I love most about Colorado is that you can pretty much go to a million different places, all relatively within like an hour to 2.5 hours. And so today we're going to talk about some of our favorite places that we like to take the family, that we have been to. I think we've been to pretty much all of them, right?
We have been to all of these places.
So we can personally attest to the fact that they are some of our favorites. So
for sure.
One that's pretty close to us that we are actually getting ready to travel to within the next few weeks is the Pueblo Reservoir. And Pueblo Reservoir is a lake here, and it's in Pueblo, which is about an hour and 15.
Yeah, about that. South of Colorado Springs.
Yeah. But there's so much that you can do there, and it's so quick. It's like, what, $10 to get in for your car or whatever. Or you can do like a camping trip, and I think we're going all weekend. It was like $120.
Or if you live here and you opt in for the state pass when you go to the DMV, you can pay one time and you can go to any of the national parks or state parks, which we'll talk about another one later in the video. But Pueblo is going to be on that list, so then you would just show them your pass and you would be good to go.
Yeah. And I will say that the heat in Pueblo is very, very different. Even though it's only an hour and 15-20 minutes, it is very different heat than it is here in Colorado Springs.
But that's why you're going to the lake.
Right. You just dive in. Always wear your life vest.
Yeah, you should always wear your life vest. That's with any big, large bodies of water. You should always wear your life vest.
I was going to say, so tell them kind of what else you can, what you can do there.
If you watched our last video, I think we briefly mentioned this for about 10 seconds, but we were discussing buying a boat, but we're not going to do that. But Crystal's dad has a boat. So when we go there, usually he'll drive the boat, and we have tubes that we can pull behind, or you can do stand-up paddleboarding. You can swim there if you want to. There are a few places where you can jump off of the cliffs. There's fishing, literally whatever you want to do. I mean, besides surfing. I'm sure you can do the jet ski little man thingy or the boat wave thingy and I've seen some people, remember that pogo stick thing?
Yeah.
That we saw the guy on? I don't even know what it's called because we're not that crazy and not that fancy, but this guy's like riding on basically like skis and then like pogo sticks 20 feet out of the air and starts flipping into the sky, which is super cool and crazy, but he was literally purple because he was new, he had just gotten that toy, and he smacked the water so many times he actually ended up quitting because of how blistered his body was from it. But there are so many activities to do, water related, that we like to enjoy when we go. And you can camp.
I was just going to say, and not like non-water related too. If going out on a boat, if you don't have that accessible, or if water's just not your thing, you can barbecue. There's hikes. You can walk around the lake. You can walk through like the hilly thingies the cliffs that we jump off of. You can kind of walk around there.
Hilly thingies.
Hilly things, you know. Crystal's English. But you can do so many other things other than just water, but I would suggest at least like putting your feet in the water. You can take camping chairs and just chill out by the water, and it's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like we said, we do have the boat. We thought about jet skis a couple years ago, but we like to have fun with other people, and if we have jet skis, then it's just for us, unless we go with a group, but then you have to take turns. It's just this whole ordeal. So we're opting out of jet skis, but you have them. If you have them, you're more than welcome to bring those as well. And Pueblo, because we don't have the large bodies of water, we have pools in a ton of the neighborhoods here, but there's nothing where you can really like go out and have fun on a boat or a jet ski or anything like that. And Pueblo is one of the closest ones, and it is a fairly, depending on where you're from and what styles of lakes you've seen, it's probably not that big if you live on crazy lakes.
I mean, it's pretty decent.
But it's a good size. I mean, like I said, you can take the boat out and the jet ski out and you can have no issues. You can get away from land. So you can go out and have fun and be on the tube and throw each other off into the water and just have a blast.
Well, what I like too is that it's close. So if you just want to do a day trip and you just want to go there for the day, you can. And then if you want to take like the weekend and stay for the weekend, you can. It's super affordable. Bring all of your food. Go to Walmart, King Soopers, whatever, Costco, and buy cheese and ham sandwiches. And I mean, it's super affordable. All ages will enjoy it, whether they're babies or 99. Like, I mean, my grandma used to love going out on the boat. She has passed, but
that was the first time I met her family, was actually at Pueblo Lake. I drove down it. I don't even know, it was pretty late because I was still working, but I drove down there and met the fam.
But I mean, it's just so many memories.
Yeah, and if you forget something, there is a liquor store, which is probably important for some of you, within just a few minutes. And then there's like a Walmart, and a convenience store. So if you forget something that is essential to your day trip or to your camping trip,
water.
Yeah, you definitely need sunscreen and water. Don't drink the Pueblo water. That's not good for you.
No.
But yeah, if you forget something, there are definitely conveniences close by within 10 minutes or so.
So number 2 is probably another one of my favorites. They're actually, I'll be honest, they're all my favorites, which is maybe why we're talking about them. But we are in Colorado Springs, as you guys know, and so we don't have big amusement parks here. And so one of our favorite day activities to do with the kids is to go to Denver and go to World and Elitch's. And we just went to Elitch's a few weeks ago, and it was surprisingly not too crazy busy, which I loved. I think on
Thursday, I think.
We did go on a weekday.
But it's still summertime, so I feel like it doesn't matter. It should be busy. But it wasn't super crazy.
And one thing that we found out is the season passes are really not that expensive compared to your daily pass. So if you are going to go more than once, I would absolutely recommend just doing a season pass because you get free parking with it. Whereas parking normally without it is like $30. So
and you get the cups.
And you get like a
refill cup.
You get free refill.
There's 2. There's one that's like season pass. You pay for it one time and you can get unlimited refills. And the other one's $1?
Yeah. It's like
so
nice.
Just don't throw them away. That's what happens. You buy this souvenir cup, you throw it away, and then you got to buy it.
Or we put it in the dishwasher like I did and then melts.
Oops.
Yep. But anyway. So Elitch's is a lot of fun. They have a water park on top of your like standard amusement park rides, carnival games, food. Food is pricey and it's very like fair.
Yeah.
Food will make your stomach probably hurt.
Lots of salt.
But we love, what are our favorite ones? The yellow one, which is
Mind Eraser is the best one in my opinion. That's not the
I was gonna say it's like green
it's like,
and
I'm colorblind, so it looks red to me, but I can tell you. Here we go, baby. But the Mind Eraser is my favorite. I don't know what the yellow one is called.
Boomerang.
The Boomerang. The yellow one is called the Boomerang.
That's fun.
That one's pretty cool. It goes forward and backwards, and yeah, it's pretty fast. It does a loop-de-loop and you go upside down, and the Mind Eraser is even crazier than that. You do spinnies and it goes up to I don't even know how many miles per hour.
And like the Mind Eraser has like the corkscrew thingy, which is crazy.
It sure does. And then there's the skateboard. It's like literally like a half pipe, but it spins you in these things that go sideways, and yeah, that one's pretty cool. I would say it's overall pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think that there's like a bad ride. They're all fun.
If you're asking me though, which this one was kind of a tie because they're both very similar, they're just a little bit different. I personally would prefer a day trip to Waterworld, which is also in Denver. So depending on your style, if you want to do a full theme park, water park style, Waterworld's the way to go. If you want,
it was like rated like what, top 5 or?
It was several years back. It's not that high anymore.
I wonder what it is rated now. We'll have to look.
We'll look it up and we'll post it right here. Waterworld ranks blank. We'll fill it in. But Waterworld, in my opinion, is way cooler. I just like the rides that they have. Fun story, I almost drowned in the wave pool the first time I ever went because the water was quiet, so it just looks like a giant pool. So as a kid, probably a teenager that didn't know how to swim very well, I swim out to the buoys where they stop you from going into like the giant machine that makes the waves, and then I hear this big siren go off. No clue what that means, and I almost drowned. The people are yelling at me because I'm holding onto the sidewall, and I just had to tell them that I literally couldn't swim in it. But they have some of the tallest water slides too,
yeah,
which also terrified me. I've only done it once. I'm trying to get our son to do it, but he's chicken. Don't tell.
I mean, it is very, very...
Yeah, when you go down, I don't think my body touched the slides all the time. The white slides are pretty crazy there. But yeah, it really just depends. Do you want to stay dry and do adventure park stuff and have the option to do water park? Or do you want full water park experience?
Yeah.
It's just a really, really big topic. Which do you prefer? Fun fact, Crystal used to work at
I was just going to say, fun
job.
fact, my very first job was picking up trash at Waterworld.
And it was probably one of the funnest jobs because it was during the summer. So you got a nice tan. You got in for free when you weren't working. You met so many friends, and it was super easy. I mean, you picked up trash, which that was...
And she was a teenager, so she probably looked at the cute boys
all the time, right? But
I probably, like, the older that I get, I think my stomach does better at, like, Waterworld.
I agree.
Elitch is, like,
have a toilet.
all of the roller coasters, it does kick my butt.
And we did the water park at Elitch's, like she said, when we just went, I don't even know what, not even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's
great
very
for
mild.
like an addition too, but
Like Waterworld, like I love that they have family rides. They have like big tube ones that you can fit like 4 people in. They have the wave pool.
Tell them about the pass. They got to get the pass.
Oh, the
'Cause
pass.
you don't want to carry the tube up. Nope,
Yeah.
that thing sucks.
It does.
There's what, 2 rides at Waterworld?
There's more than that.
With a giant tube and the giant hill for like...
Yeah, there's like 4.
Is there really? Either way.
We like the 2. We like the Pharaoh one, and
And then there's like a thunder one. Is that the Pharaoh one? There's 2, and you have to walk up a hill and carry a tube for like 6. Is it 6 people or 4? What's the
4 unless you have like littles. If you have little kids, but not
The
like
walk itself is probably 15 minutes. You don't have your flip-flops with you, most likely, so you're walking up a concrete path. So yeah.
The tube is gigantic.
Oh yeah.
And it's heavy because
so terrible.
there's a pad in it that, of course, like holds onto the dang water. Oh, it's just, that part sucks. That part sucks.
But the ride itself is pretty cool. And it's like,
One of the funnest.
I would say it's a couple minutes long. So it's not like you go up here to ride for 30 seconds. Yeah, both of those ones are super cool.
Yeah. But I like that there's like individual ones. So you can do like the slides, and then there's tubes. There's a lazy river. There's the skate one.
We need to go to Waterworld.
We're going.
We're going to Waterworld.
But not in time for this video. But we do have, I'm sure that we can find some stuff from our previous, but we go every year. It is a lot of fun. Get a cabana if you are going to stay all day, because it does get really hot and there's not a ton of shade.
And same thing with the season pass. If you plan on going more than once, then just do the season pass, because you're going to save a ton of money by doing it that way.
Bring sunscreen and water, you guys. And I'm pretty sure, so Elitch's has like a no outside food or drink policy, but they also didn't search any of it.
Yeah, they've gotten a little strange. People just were walking right past security, including one of our friends with multiple sandwiches in her purse. But I think that Waterworld, you can bring...
Waterworld allows you to bring in outside food, no glass or liquor or anything like that. So do that if you want it, if you want to plan and be a little bit more frugal with your budget. Otherwise, just enjoy like the $10 pizzas and the very, like, I mean, you don't go there for the food.
You know what amusement food tastes like.
And if you don't...
It's fine sometimes, especially if you're starving. When you do like 4 hours of nonstop rides and you're getting just killed by the sun, a burger and french fries taste just fine.
Right. What is our number 3?
Number 3, so we went to Pueblo Lake, south of Colorado Springs. We went north to the Denver area, and I think the next one that I want to talk about, which you've probably heard us mention before, is in a city, a mountainous little town called Black Hawk, Colorado, which is northwest of here. But the reason that this one's our favorite, there's plenty of things to do. Actually, one of our most favorite things to do when we can get around to doing it is whitewater rafting. You can find areas on your way there very close where you can do whitewater rafting and zip lining. But one of our favorite things to do when we go is we are a little biased to the Monarch Casino, specifically the Monarch Casino. It's the newest and the nicest one, which is where we like to stay when we go. But you can actually gamble in Monarch, which is super cool, or Black Hawk. I always say Monarch, but it's Black Hawk, Colorado. Right. And they have so many casinos there. It's definitely not a Vegas vibe or a Vegas experience, but Monarch is super cool. Ameristar, I would say, is the next biggest one that offers the most things, but there's full table games. So if you're a poker player or a blackjack player or craps player, roulette, you name it, they have it. We used to go to Vegas a lot, several years ago because we could fly round trip for $99, the both of us. We used to be able to. That was when Frontier, because we're cheap like that, Frontier was in the Colorado Springs airport, and we could get there and back for $99, and we would stay for free, and we had no resort fees. Now it's like $500 round trip to get there, which just deletes a lot of the fun in my personal opinion because it used to be cheap. So now we like to drive, about 2 hours?
Yeah.
And we can go and we can stay in Monarch. We can go there for a day trip for sure, but we'll usually stay the night because they're nice to us and offer us free rooms.
Well, and so even if you're not a big gambler there, or you're not a big drinker or anything like that, their rooms are gorgeous. If you splurge and you get their king size room with
jetted tub.
It's such a, and it's such a nice, relaxing, like just daycation. And
the spa.
Yeah, your drive, first off, your drive to Black Hawk is gorgeous once you get past I-25 and everything. I love looking at all of the mountains and then the streams and everything. It's really, really peaceful. But you can do a spa day at the hotels. You can just hang out on your little balcony. You can walk the little town because there's all these like little shops, like mom and pop type shops and stuff like that. And so it's definitely known for its gambling because you can't gamble anywhere else in, Cripple Creek, but there are so many other things to do there as well. And then Monarch, just in general, their steakhouse is really nice. The scenery, it's just a pretty atmosphere, I think.
If you like a smoked old fashioned, go to the Monarch Casino and go to the Monarch Steakhouse. We have been several times. Yeah. And I really want to love this place, but it seems like the seating, you know what we should do next time is we should go sit at the bar top area because I feel like the seating there is just very close.
They like cram you.
Yeah, they're closer than we are together now. And then I just feel like it's very hit or miss with the servers there. And I just don't know why. I mean, it is still a good experience, don't get me wrong. But we've just been to so many places and done reviews for you guys, and I just feel like it's just missing something. But they do have a good smoked old fashioned, and they present it in a little case, which is always, like, if you don't present it in a case, it's okay, but it's not next tier, and it's not crazy expensive. They do have one that is super crazy expensive. I think it's like $60 for one drink. But it's the type of liquor that they use, which I can't think of off the top of my head. So you can get it in a cast
or something.
Yeah, you can get it in a case still, but you just get like the regular whatever type of bourbon you like to drink. So that's my favorite part about going there.
Yeah, for sure. So now let's talk about number 4. One, we've actually probably talked about this one before too, but it is definitely a family favorite, and we are going to try to put it on our agenda this summer, on our bucket list, but our summer is really, really past already, which is kind of crazy.
Summer just started like 3 days ago.
It goes by so fast, you guys. So there is very limited time, especially with all of our schedules. But is the sand dunes, and it is probably like a 2.5 hour drive from Colorado Springs, and you should go early in the morning. It is very much like a day trip. You can do a day trip. You can camp there too. We've never camped there actually. I think we've only done day trips, but
Crystal doesn't like to wake up early, but this is the one that she has to wake up early for because you have to beat the heat.
You do.
That's like the key thing is that you have to go early, like probably 6 a.m. so that you can have a few hours of fun before the scorching heat just obliterates.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy to think like,
how much fun can you really have on a bunch of sand, right? And I remember like when we first took the kids and we were trying to explain how cool it was, and they just couldn't understand the concept of it. So this video may not be able to like really grab you guys in on like how fun it is, but it is a lot of fun. Sometimes I think it's May and June, the creek, the water will fall and it will kind of stay and like give you just like this little creek. So you can go splash around, put your feet in it. It doesn't get super high, so it's not like you can like really swim in it or anything. It's just like a
splash pad.
Yeah. But then you can rent like little boogie boards, or you can bring your own. You can bring, like, we've seen people with snowboards, like legit snowboards, but it's for the sand.
You can bring a kite if you want to fly a kite. I mean, you can do it. It's just so crazy because you think about it, like sand, right? Like hills of sand. but you don't realize how much there is until you start hiking these things, which is another reason you got to go early. I remember Preston, he's like, let's go climb the tallest one. I don't know, he's probably 9 years old at the time.
He was little.
And we get far into this
We
thing.
got through 5 or 6 different hills.
And then the heat comes, and all we heard was, I want to get back to the car. I mean, he was so exhausted at this point.
It kicks your butt.
90-some degrees. It was so hot because that was the first time we had gone. And we knew to beat the heat, but when we're there you're just having fun and whatever, and then you're so far into it that you have to hike back out. So that is one thing to be prepared for. I would recommend bringing a little backpack with you, because this is not something where you're going to carry a cooler with you around or anything, but whoever has the strongest back, bring a backpack that has plenty of waters,
Snacks.
sunscreen, snacks, because if you hike far enough into this thing and you start having fun and then it's the middle of the day, you're going to want something to be able to recharge, refuel, maybe even bring a little portable shade unit of some sort, because it can get a little bit toasty out there, but it is so much fun. I fell a dozen times trying to snowboard and ski on this thing.
You could just roll down like a roly-poly, like when you're a kid and you just roll down the hill, and you don't have to go all the way up to the tallest one.
No, you can stay within eyesight of your vehicle if you want to, but you know how kids get. They just want to go climb the biggest thing until they get too tired.
Well, and that's what I like about it too, is that even if you're not someone, because you guys all know that my butt's not a hiker, even if you're kind of more like me, to where that's not something that you're really good at, you can just do the smaller hills and then you slide down them, and it's just as much fun.
Oh yeah.
We did climb to one of the tallest ones, but
you can't ever even see the end. I feel like we climbed forever, and it's you would get to the peak of the next hill, and it's just all you can see is sand, more hills. It's just, it is pretty crazy.
You do lose sense of direction and where you're at too. It's nuts.
But it is one of our favorite places to go. We're going to try to squeeze it in because we haven't been in too many years at this point.
Yeah.
But if you're in the Colorado Springs area and you're looking for something fun to do, research it. It's one of the other state parks, so same thing with the pass. If you have the pass, you can get in. If not, the day fees are pretty cheap. I don't know that one off the top.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But they're pretty cheap, and you can go have a blast, and it's a true day trip. So you can go there and then drive back whenever you're done. And then you can stop by the alligator farm. Remember when we did that?
That was a lot of fun too.
There's an alligator farm on the way back to Colorado Springs.
And it's truly, you guys, a farm that has a ton of alligators in it. All these different pockets of water.
Didn't you hold one?
Yeah.
Snake or something? What did you
No, we did a baby alligator.
I don't think I held the baby alligator. She did, and she was freaking out. I think your face is
I know. My face will say it all. Okay. No judgment. And the cool thing is we are your local real estate agents. So when you use us to help you buy a house here in Colorado, you can go there just like us and drive 2.5 hours. So
yep, we'll go with you.
No, we won't. Our schedules are too crazy.
We'll go with you. We'll figure it out. If we like, yeah.
So now what are we on, 5?
This is the last one. Day trips from Colorado Springs.
And this one can be a day trip, 100%.
I don't recommend it.
About 4.5 hours from Colorado Springs.
Yeah, we like it so much that we wanted to throw it in.
Yes, it can be a day trip. However, we would recommend, because it is 4.5 hours there. So you think 4.5 hours there, 4.5 hours back, that's 9 hours.
Might as well stay the night.
Might as well just stay the night. And that is Glenwood Springs.
Glenwood Springs is so cool. Again, if you are whitewater rafting adventurer, you can do that. We had
so much fun doing that.
Zip lining, you can do that. There is actually one of the times that we went, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I tore my pec several years ago. And we had already had a trip to Glenwood planned. So we go to Glenwood and we stay at the hotel with the hot springs. And on the other side, of course, the kids are with us, and there's a diving board. So what does Sean do with his purple chest and arm? I couldn't have surgery on it, so it's just weird now. But of course, our little Preston is like, you have to do the diving board. So I, of course, think that no problem. I hit the diving board. I can't remember if I tried to do a front flip or a back flip, but I remember landing on my face because I couldn't use my arms to throw myself. But the diving board, now that I am currently healed, is super fun. And they have the little slide. They have a little slide over there too. So they have this pool.
It's not really a slide anymore, right? Because they converted it to not a lazy river. It's like a raft, or it's a tube.
A tube ride of some sort.
Yeah.
But yes, that is one of the main reasons that we go there, is to stay at that hotel and do the hot springs pool, and then of course the diving board. That's what Preston really likes to do. And then of course the tube ride, because he's a kid and he's a boy, so that's what you do there.
Well, and another, I mean, like, so the Glenwood Springs has like their main hot springs area, and then they have another one that has, so that one's just like a big, very family friendly. And then there's another hot springs area. That was actually one of Sean and I's first dates that we went to, and it's more adults. I don't think it's adults only, but I wouldn't recommend going with kids.
Yeah,
they're not really like, I mean, it's like 110, 115 degree water, but they're more like little pockets of sulfur, like.
And that's the other thing, is that there's sulfur.
Right.
So there is an odor.
There
The sulfurs.
Yeah, it smells different, but it's super relaxing, makes your skin feel amazing, and it's a really, really cute like day night thing.
And then they have the adventure park too at Glenwood.
They do. That's another fun one.
Is that the one where me and Kaylee went off the cliff?
Yes, because you guys are crazy.
There's this ride.
You guys are all the way up on the mountain. Like it's adventure park, adventure. I don't know the exact name of that.
I think it's the Glenwood Adventure Park.
Yeah.
But there is this ride when you get there. It's a pretty
gondola up.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool experience as a whole. But there was one ride where even I'll do pretty much anything. You name it, I'll probably do it. But when you get on this thing and you actually look over the mountain and see how high you are to your death, it's just a swing. That's all it does, is it goes back and forth.
That's all it does.
But you are literally like, I don't even know,
You're
6,000
of the mountain.
Yeah, you're 6,000 feet in the air. Just, yeah, it's pretty freaking wild. So that thing is super cool. And then there's all kinds of other little rides that you can do. The kids had a blast.
There was like the mine shaft one.
Yeah.
You're in like an actual mine, and then
it's super cool. Yeah, it's like a 3D. Was that the 3D one?
Yeah.
Where it like has a screen and you're watching it and you fall down this mine shaft. That one was super cool. But yeah, family friendly, adults only. And then there's the whole town or city of Glenwood, which is so much fun, so much shopping, restaurants, you name it.
They're all like now slow.
Remember we walked like under this open.
Yeah, they have like art shows. They have local artists, local bands. Like, it's just a really cute town, and you support local, which is something that we're really, really big with. And it's just like, you will find something to do. There was an escape room that we did one time.
We love escape rooms.
Yeah, it's our family thing.
We just did one like 2 or 3 days ago.
But it's just, you can do so much there and create so many memories with your family, and or just as a couple or as solo too. Like, if you just want to go there and check out of life, it's super relaxing. It's super cute. It's something that everybody would love.
And if you live in or around Colorado Springs, and Colorado in general, you probably have some sort of interest in mountains and hiking and trails and nature. And Glenwood just captures all of it. Like, there is so much to do, and it's a small town. Like, Colorado Springs is a small town. It's growing a lot, but to go to somewhere like Glenwood, you just feel like real small town. When you get away from corporate chains, I feel like, whether that's, you name it, doesn't really matter what it is, whether it's restaurants or stores. But when you get away from that and you go to Adam's mattress store, like, that's just the local mattress store that people shop at, like, then you know that you're in a town where people know each other and it's super family friendly. And I always really enjoy going to towns like that.
Yeah, me too. So those were 5 of some of our favorite places. Like any other thing, we could sit here and talk all day long about all of the different places. But if you are moving or looking to move here to Colorado, please reach out to Sean and I. We are your local real estate agents, here to help guide you through the process. And as you know, you can get a hold of us through text 719-238-1771, or you can give us a call too, or email us, DM us.
Whatever you got to do. And then we'll share all the other fun spots to do or to go in Colorado Springs, around Colorado Springs. There's so much to do. There's nature things, there's non-nature things. So if you have any questions about things to do in or around the Colorado Springs area, like she said, call us, text us, let us know how we can help. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.